Sport is superstition, science, family, drama, love, theatre. It's everything. That's why we've made a betting brand for sports fans that's better. Gamble responsibly.
All right, this is Fox Sports Lab NFL. We're going to go live to the States now. Our very special guest is a man that played for the Philadelphia Eagles in a Super Bowl, and he knows what it's like to be there. And the funny thing is, when they got to the Super Bowl that year, the Eagles were 13-3, just like they are this year. And Freddie Mitchell joins us. Freddie, great to have you on the program. Great to see you. How are you, my man?
Matthew, James, thanks for having me. I'm actually pretty excited to be on this show. You know, everybody, puts us in a bubble, and we can't get outside that bubble. So I'm glad to be here. Just
before we get to your beloved Eagles, I did some research last night, Freddie. It's 19 years to the day when the Eagles, in the divisional playoff game against the Packers, 4th and 26, a 28-yard reception, Freddie Mitchell became famous. It's 19 years today for you.
Man, it's my anniversary. I really appreciate you knowing that. My social media is blowing up saying, we will never forget that play. And it's an honor to have one opportunity to catch one catch to make it so big. I want to cry.
All right, well, the Eagles do get the bye. Let's get into the games. And first up, we're going to talk about the San Francisco 49ers, James. They take on the Seahawks. The 49ers have won 10 in a row, albeit some of their opposition hasn't been huge. And the Seahawks just fell into the playoffs.
They did. They fell backwards into it, Matty. And you love to sort of see, these divisional rounds, the Super Wild Card Round, right? This is the sort of set-up vibe. You don't want that sort of weak-seeded kind of team, but we've got the Seahawks that... this would have been great to see Green Bay though, wouldn't it? I'm just saying, it would have been really fun. But the Niners have been an absolute roll. 10 straight, as you said, with Brock Purdy, the third string QB, looking like an absolute gun. He's been awesome, but this is the thing, I think this Niners team is just so solid. Like offensively, they've got McCaffrey, they've got Ayuk. Deebo Samuel's just an absolute, Swiss Army knife. But it's the defense has been the story, right? Like the defense has been absolutely unstoppable. I think they're 8-1 at home as well. So when you actually have them out there in San Fran, in that beautiful, beautiful stadium of theirs, they're basically unbeatable. And I just don't really trust this Seahawks defense at all. I don't know what Freddie's going to think about this game, but for me, this is a Niners team that will just run right over the top of the Seattle team. Like the defense is too young and not quite established enough, I think, on the Seahawks side of the ball. Their offense with Geno, with some of those receivers, they might put up a little bit of a fight, but I think this is a Niners team that's built to absolutely smash the Seattle Seahawks team.
Yeah, Freddie, we look at Geno Smith's had a good year, but as James mentioned, the Seahawks don't have the defense, and the 49ers just keep winning.
Yeah, defense wins championships, and I think really the San Francisco 49ers are really going to take this. I don't have them stomping them. I have them, we're probably around 27-14, but they will win by a touchdown. I really, really like the defense of San Francisco 49ers, and they have developed John Lynch has put so many weapons that even I could probably come and play quarterback for a little bit.
We get to the next game we're going to look at. It's the Vikings taking on the Giants. Interesting game. The Giants is a team I can't really get a read on, Freddie, but the Vikings have had a good season. What I've liked about the Vikings this year, they've been able to win clutch games. There have been a lot of one-score wins for the Vikings. They find a way to win.
They actually do. They find a way to win, and I have Minnesota winning as well. Home court or home field advantage is something special when it comes to playoffs. I like their quarterback as far as knowing how to manage his offense, and their defense is great too. But I really do think Minnesota's going to pull this one out.
The early money, James, says that Minnesota cover the spread of just 3. Have the Giants got to a situation here with, okay, we've made it, that's it?
I think this is the sneakiest sort of pick of this weekend.
Okay.
I like the Giants.
Sneaky.
They're 7-1 against the spread on the road. And this is a Vikings team.
That's the sort of stuff we want.
This is a Vikings team that I do not trust as far as I can throw them. And considering that's a team made up of 51 very large gentlemen, I don't think I could throw them very far, Freddie. So my vibe on this is that the Giants keep it really, really close. And we've seen the Vikings win all these close games the entire time. I think the Giants can cover the spread in this one, keep it really, really, really tight. Maybe, just maybe, the Vikings sneak out a win, but I'm probably going to back the Giants. The Vikings defense is not as imposing as you probably think. For a team that was 13-4 this season, the Giants they only lost this game by 3 points on Christmas anyway. So I kind of like the Giants just to go back in there, run it down their throat with Saquon Barkley. Danny Jones, off he goes. I think they can actually pull off an upset.
All right, difference of opinion there. That's what we like here on Fox Sports Lab. We get to the final game for the Wild Card playoffs in the NFC. And Freddie, it's the Bucs against the Cowboys. And the Bucs really are, let's face it, they're a false fourth seed here, aren't they?
Yes, they really are. And I really do, I would never bet against Tom Brady, but this time I am. The defense of the Dallas Cowboys, which I do not like the Dallas Cowboys at all. They're a really good team, and nobody can seem to stop Michael Parsons, which has really been balling out this year. I think that Tampa Bay, their defense is coming along. I really like them, but I just don't think that Tom can really muster a win this time. I have the Dallas Cowboys, which I don't like them, but I have to go ahead and say that they're going to win this game.
I like it, Freddie. Let's face it, none of us like the Cowboys. But anyway, what do you make? What's your read on the Cowboys? Just filling against the Titans and against the Commanders, were they looking ahead to the playoffs, realising they weren't going to get the top seed, and then thinking, we'll just take this easy?
This is the classic foot off the gas at the end of the season sort of vibe. And I love that Freddie still just got that hatred for the Dallas Cowboys.
Why not?
That NFC East hatred. It's absolutely a beautiful thing to see. Yeah. Look, the Brady thing, I think it's been overstated to a degree this year. Like, they turned it around. They just did enough to win that horrible NFC South division. At home, this Bucs team 2-6-1 against the spread. Not good. Cowboys are going to come in there and win this one. The defense did drop off in the second half of the year, but as Freddie did say, Micah Parsons is an absolute wrecking ball. The thing is, the Bucs don't really run the ball that great. They can pass it. You've got Mike Evans. You've got some weapons there as well, obviously. The Dallas passing defense has allowed, I think, like 14-odd touchdowns in the air. That might be the way they attack them, so it might be a little bit closer than you expect, but I think the Cowboys pull out the win and probably cover as well. All
right, good confidence there from both Freddie and James. That is the NFC. Freddie's going to stick with us. We're going to talk the AFC next here on Fox Sports Lab NFL.
The betting brand for sports fans. That's better. Gamble responsibly.